So here's the test board that I have. It has a module, the two sensors, it has the LEDs, it also has the buzzer over here. I have the OBD2 connector, and into the car, the only thing we do is we connect the cigarette lighter plug. So what I'm looking for is, like I was telling you earlier, it's the preliminary test where we power up the system. We plug into the OBD2 connector, and everything else is contained within this board. So that's all we should really have to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here into your OBD2 plug right there, and I'm going to plug this in like that. The only other thing is here is the power outlet, and let's see, we'll plug that in there. Seems like it already has power, so it's probably a constant power outlet coming out of here, which means that our system is already powered, as you can see. And typically, looking at the driver's side LED, that would indicate that there's probably something wrong and there is no data being communicated. But in order for that to clear, for the data bus to communicate, I have to start the car so that the data bus can start communicating. So let's go ahead and do that. Right? And notice the sensors, the LED light already turned off. I'm gonna close the door so it'll be a little quieter in here. So if you notice, the LED has already turned off, which means that the data bus is communicating with the car. So typically when there is no data communication, what happens is, I'll show you right now. I'm going to turn that off. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to disconnect the OBD2 connection. I'm going to disconnect the power here just to kind of reset it. Okay, so I disconnect power. I'm going to plug this in, but I'm going to show you what goes on down here. So I'm plugging it in now. Both LEDs turn on, passenger light turns off. And remember, I disconnected the OBD2 connector, so what would happen here is, even if I start the car, okay, give me 1 second, okay, the driver's side LED still stays on, which means that the system would be non-functional. It wouldn't be working. There's nothing we could do at this point, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to connect the OBD2 connection. And you'll see that in a few seconds after plugging it in, the LED should turn off unless I go ahead and cycle the ignition off and back on. There you go, it turned off without me even doing anything. That means that if I activate the rear cross traffic and go like this, and I swing my hand to the sensors and go like this, hold on, let me reach here, a little hard. So here, if I go like this, that would mean that this system is ready to go.